Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Those that gave me your cards, witness, it's going in the bucket right here. Fantastic. Beautiful day the Lord's given us. I can't believe when I walked outside, it was so crisp and so cool and 63 degrees. And I'm like, golly. You know, that's the best thing about living in Texas. We go through those brutal summers and the August and the heat and the humidity, and people say, I don't know how you live down there. And I said, well, it makes our skin look good, but it's almost like Christmas when that first little cool breeze comes in, and it's almost worth it. I mean, if I lived around a cool breeze all the time, you just get used to it, right? And you take it for granted. You would. So it's been a real busy month, and a lot of things are happening. I'm glad to see a bunch of you here this morning. We're excited for our speaker. Thank you, Khori, for taking time out of your day to be here. I'm a little bit frazzled, so I'm going to get started and follow my agenda. So what we like to start out with is what sermon does Mr. Krakowski have for us today? Oh, you got a big one? As a lot of you know, Mr. Krakowski here is our chamber chaplain. I don't think many chambers have a chaplain, to be honest with you. But, oh, wait, that's a prize. Wait a minute. Isn't that a prize? I'm throwing it in the thing. Anyway, we like to start off with an invocation and a message. So there you are. You're on, Gary.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Johnny Cash. That's what I felt like right there. So, my name's Gary. I own Rhino Pest Protection. We stop all unwanted pests, just FYI, if you don't know who I am. But as Don said, chamber chaplain. I'm not going to preach to you today, but I was praying about it this morning, and the Lord dropped something in my heart. Who wants their business to prosper? Yes. If you're not raising your hand, you're a liar. I mean, seriously. So I'm going to, just a little nugget, if that's okay. And I'm going to read a little word. It says, and God is able to make all grace abound towards you, that you, always having all sufficiency in all things, may have an abundance for every good work. As it is written, he is dispersed abroad, he has given to the poor, and his righteousness endures forever. Now may he who supplies seed to the sower, that's the point I'm going to come back to, and bread for food, supplies and multiplies the seed you have sown, and increase the fruits of your righteousness while you enrich everything for all liberty, blah, 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 blah. So, the Lord has promised us that we are going to be taken care of. He's going to supply all the needs that we need. But the part that we will grow and prosper in is when he can get it through you, he can get it to you. So it says here, he supplies seed to the sower. So if you are not sowing the seed that you are given, it kind of boxes you in a little bit. Does that make sense? So we have to be open with our businesses. Specifically, that's what we're here, is our business network. Are you giving back? Are you sowing seed into other ministries? Are you sowing seed into other businesses? Are you sowing seeds into the community? Are you giving to the poor? Are you helping out? That's an opportunity for you to open the doors, open the floodgates. Amen? Who wants that in their life? I do. Man, there's a bunch of liars right now. Who wants that in their life? Thank you. Please, let's pray. Lord, we just thank you for your goodness. We thank you for everything that you do for us. Thank you for this business opportunity here at the Fulshear Chamber for Commerce, for Fulshear Regional Chamber for Commerce. We thank you for everybody that's represented here, that everything that they set their hand to prospers. We thank you for health in their bodies. We thank you for wisdom from above. We thank you for this time of community and fellowship. And let everything that we say and do glorify you. It's in your name we pray. And everybody said,
amen. And thank you, Gary. Round of applause for Gary. We appreciate the message very much. Cameron, can we put our Old Glory up there, please? And Dina, would you mind? We'd like to honor this wonderful country we have the freedom to do business in. So if you don't mind, our Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And to all our veterans out there, I get a new hashtag, thank you for my freedom.
Thank you very much. Have a seat, please. We also, as we go through our day and we go through our business, and if you get a moment to stop and send your prayers up. I know the people of Florida and the Carolinas and all up and down the eastern seaboard are getting ready to go through another round. And we had our taste of a hurricane this year, and we thought we had it tough. I got some friends out in Florida. I'm sure a lot of you do. So let's keep our minds and our hearts there as well, if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it. Okay. Hey, we'd like to recognize our breakfast sponsor. We love these folks. It's Mike. Where's Mike and Jennifer Hack? Right here with Corporate Family Counseling. Please come up to the microphone and tell us about your business. And thank you for the breakfast this morning, my friend. Thank you so much. You can raise that up if you squeeze it. Well, no, if you squeeze it. There you go.
First test. Well, Michael and Jennifer Hack, we own and operate Corporate and Family Counseling. We're a group psychology practice with both male and female counselors. We just hired, we're so blessed to have a psychiatrist on staff to prescribe medications or even help people get off of medication, right? We think medication should be a last resort, but could be a powerful brain boost if and when we need it. We also focus on worksite wellness. So for any company under 500 employees, I've managed global EAPs, done this work around the globe. But really, I think the proof is in our patient and client progress. So we have lots of tools that we purchase with our licensure. We just include in our patient fees, and it helps people to tell us about their progress, better than any psychologist saying, well, I think you're doing better. Our patients and clients tell us. And just quickly, I can share with you a powerful testimony from my own family about how counseling works, because otherwise we're confidential. I can't repeat it. But our daughter at age 5 actually, thankfully, got through a terrible, horrible animal trauma. And as a psychologist, I knew we didn't have just physical healing to do, but mental, emotional. And we got the best animal counselor around town, and she is now graduating Texas A&M Vet Med. So counseling works, right? We practice what we prescribe. Come and check us out online, Corporate and Family Counseling. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer, and thank you, Michael. Appreciate all you do. And go see them. They're wonderful people, and they're members of our chamber, and they can help you through just about any situation you might have. So highly recommend them. Also, want to give it up to Humble Grounds for providing our coffee. You back? Do you want to come down and say something? Come on. Here she comes. Let's practice January. We have What's Your Deal? So come on down. She's got it all over her sweater, too. It's already ugly sweater season. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, this beats half of the suits you own. Hey, good morning. I am Becca Speed. I've had the pleasure of meeting several of you this morning. Thank you for sponsoring breakfast and having us out again. As you know, we have the coffee every month, and we just love being here. Thanks for the compliments of my sweater today. To all of you lovely people. So yeah, we love serving the community. So if you ever have any coffee needs, catering needs, believe it or not, we do more than breakfast tacos. Those just tend to be the most popular for this group. But we can do fruit trays, pastry trays, charcuterie boards, that sort of stuff. So if you ever have any needs, want to spoil businesses that may work with you or anybody in the community, we would love to be a part of that. And yes, the coffee trailer is going to be at the 5K. It's a 5K, right? In January? Aren't we doing a 5K in January with the chamber?
The 5K, yes, in January 25.
Yes,
yeah.
we will be out there. We have a coffee trailer if you ever need it.
You bet.
But yes, thanks for having me here. Thanks for putting up with Don.
I really love your sweatshirt, and if you could make a t-shirt, I would wear it. I promise you I would. Hey, listen, there's a lot of places you can go and get coffee. A lot of them are big corporate stores. You don't know where they get their beans from. You know, buy local, go local. We love her. Go over there today, buy a coffee today for your team. They're the best. And they have a board where you could write, where you could buy a coffee for somebody else. And I've gone in there, and my name hasn't been there yet. So now, now watch. I'll buy everybody a coffee. How about that? Okay. Yeah, we might do a deal. If you wear your chamber badge, you get a coffee on me. How about that? Okay. Not today. Anyway, moving on, we're going to welcome some officials. We have one official in the building, Chad Norvell, our wonderful constable in the back. Thank you, Chad, for all you do for our precinct and everything. There's another elected official. He'll remain nameless at this time. But I have enjoyed being your mayor. It's been a lot of fun. It's been good. Okay, if you're visiting us today, first off, who's our new members? Because if you're a brand new member, this is your first meeting and you're a member of our chamber, stand up. We want to recognize you and thank you for being part of the best chamber in the world. Please stand up. There they are. Dozier's is back, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Hello, guys. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Well, you know, and Tyler, you haven't had a chance to say anything because our other folks who joined us, we have our guests be able to say something. So Tyler, come on down here real quick. But if you are visiting us for the first time today and you're not a member of our chamber, get in line right here. Jason's going to make sure that you just say your name and your business, and we move you on because we got a long program. But I am so glad to have Dozier's back. How about you guys? Tyler is the great-grandson of Mr. Ed Dozier himself. Yes, sir. Tell us about your sauce.
Yeah, so I'm Tyler. I'm the great-grandson of Ed Dozier. So the namesake, we brought it back in the family, I guess, August of this month. And we're excited to bring it back to the community and bring in the best barbecue it can be. So come try us out.
We love you, man. Thank you so much. And he's already given back to the community in a big way. We appreciate it. Next up.
Good morning. My name is Kiki, and it's a pleasure to be here and meet all of you. I am the founder of Vibrant Life Coaching. So I do personal growth, leadership development. This is what I'm supposed to do, right? Give a little commercial? Okay. First time at a chamber, so thank you for letting me come here. And so I do the masterminds, the team builds, the workshops, DISC personality, assessments, communication, and I'm hosting an event in 2 weeks. And this is certified with Maxwell Leadership, so if you want more information, I do have tables available, and I'd love for you to come.
All right, thank you so much.
Good morning. How everybody doing today? My name is Starlene Lyons. It's my first visit here with the Chambers. I'm glad to be here. I work with a company called R. Infinite Company. It's the financial services department, and I'm a retirement specialist. What we do, we have educate everybody about their retirement benefits, anything. We also try to help eliminate poverty in our community in one generation. So that's what I do, and I thank you all for allowing me to share.
All right, please come up.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lindsay Young. I do not have a business. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I do volunteer at my church as a English as a second language Bible study teacher.
Awesome.
But I did have a business kind of when I started having kids. Long story short, I wanted to focus on motherhood, but my kids are a little bit older now, and I still have that entrepreneurial spirit within me, so I hope that maybe in the future I get to introduce my business to y'all, and I'm just really happy to be here.
You're in the right place. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gwen. I am a nurse practitioner. I've been a nurse for just over 14 years now. I am the owner of Polaris Integrative Functional Health and Weight Loss. It's an integrative practice. We take care of primary care needs, functional medicine, weight loss, and hormone replacement therapy. We're at the corner of Kingsland and Jordan Ranch Boulevard in Brookshire. So thank you for allowing me to come here and introduce myself. Come and see us.
Thank you very much.
I'd say good morning, but I think y'all have heard that enough. But my name is Josh Johnson. I own my own practice in the wealth management business. We specialize, me and my team of expert advisors specialize in helping people with both wealth management, but then also retirement as well, investing and things of that nature. We create education plans for kids and things like that as well for college. But yeah, if you need help with any of that, financial services, I'm your guy.
Thank you. All right. Glad y'all are here today. Hope this first time ever being at a chamber meeting is a good experience for you. I love getting messages on my new watch. And but I forgot to mention, Mr. Ed Krennick is here, and he's a candidate for the 400th district judge right here. He also serves on our emergency services district as the president, which is our Fulshear Simonton Fire Department. And today we are opening up a brand new fire station in Jordan Ranch, Cross Creek Ranch, one of the ranches. And yes, but it says Cross Creek Ranch right here. Sorry. And it's at 4 o'clock today, and it's what is called an uncoupling. So they're going to uncouple the hose, and it's open to anybody who'd like to come out, check out the new fire station. It's going to be. Fantastic. All right. Also, be sure to tag us, everybody. And Jack, would you make your way up here real quick as I go over a few things? First, I want to recognize our board members. Please, all of our board members stand up. If you don't mind, I want to give them a round of applause because last month, or was it earlier this month, we took an endeavor to go for our very first, believe it or not, in 10 years, strategic planning session. And we spent an entire day together coming up with where we are, where we've been, and where we want to go. And you've got to have a map of where you want to go if you're going to be one of the best chambers in the whole world or in the region. I love our board. They took it seriously. They came up with a whole bunch of ideas, and I'll be sharing that strategic plan with all of you here via email, and we'll have copies at the next meeting for everybody to take with you, because there are some things that include you as well. With that, I'll just briefly go real quick, is that we do have our Scarecrow Festival coming up here October 26th you can get involved with. We are going to be involved with the city's Christmas event. Yes, Suzanne's band is playing. Go ahead, Suzanne. She's going to be singing. She claps. She's going to be at our Scarecrow Festival. We have just a few spaces available for our Christmas event with the city, so we'll let you know about that. In January, the Texas Heritage 5K on January 25th. We have a Heart Ball coming up in February, and then Growth Academy, and that's all about helping you grow your business. There are leadership academies, but we want to do a Growth Academy. So I think it's very something we're working on and get to you soon. Now, also, another event coming up next month on Wednesday, November the 6th. It will be our quarterly luncheon. My friend, Mr. Jack Warkenthing, is going to be our speaker, and he's going to try to sell you tickets now. No, we sell out of these quarterly luncheons at Gauchos de Sol. Let me tell you, it's a wonderful place, great food, and our speaker lineups are always awesome. Jack, many of you know him, some of you may not, but he's quite the inspirational. He will help you become a better salesperson no matter what it is you do. I like that about you, and many other things. So Jack,
Thank you,
minutes,
Dad.
sir, you got it.
How many have heard me speak before? Can I see a show of hands? Okay, good. I appreciate the honor to present on Wednesday, November 6th. I've had the privilege of presenting to you several times in the past, but I can't believe it's the fourth quarter. Where do the time goes, right? Fourth quarter. Now, how many of you are interested in a fast finish? Spiking sales the last 3 months of the year. A lot of people make buying decisions in the fourth quarter because they have budgets, sometimes use it or lose it. And how many of you have a strategic plan to knock it out of the park over the next 90 days? Can I see a show of hands? Well, I am in the business of helping people spike their sales. For those of you who know me, God gifted me with one tool, a hammer. And so I've gone through life with everything looking like a nail. You know what I'm saying? And my one trick, I'm blessed with the ability to help you spike sales. In fact, if you register for Wednesday, November 6th, 11:30 at Gaucho something, 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 there are 3 things you're going to be leaving with that have nothing to do with food. One, I'm going to give you the success equation in life and share with you where 85% of your success will come from in life. In fact, every one of you right now can be 85% successful regardless of what your product or service is that you're going to sell. 2 ingredients. If you're good at both of those ingredients, you're going to be 85% successful, and we'll work on getting the other 15 up to speed. That's the first takeaway. The second takeaway is we're going to give you a 5-part code, 5 tactical things that you can do for the next 90 days that will help you not only increase sales, but increase profitability. And so you're going to be able to leave with that. Finally, I'm going to share with you 2 of the best friends that every one of us has as sales professionals. In fact, let me just ask the question. Can I see a show of hands? How many people are in sales? Can I see a show of hands? Oh, wait a minute. Somebody must not have heard the question. Let me ask again. How many people are in sales? Yeah, baby. Everyone is in sales. There are 2 best friends in sales. You're going to leave with those 2. In fact, Don has already demonstrated them. One is the law of scarcity. People want what they can't have. The less there is, the more they want it. You get that? Did you remember, Don, when you said, hurry while supply lasts? The tickets go fast? I can testify to that because I wanted to get into the last lunch and it was sold out. I couldn't get in. So law of scarcity, use that in your story. Everybody has a sales story. Use that. The less there are, the more demand there is for them. Second best friend, sense of urgency. In fact, if you make a decision to register in November 6th, if you register by Friday, you will be entering a special pool in which we're going to give away a $100 bill at the lunch. Just making that up. But I like it, right?
I like it.
Sense of urgency. So those of you who are on the fence, register this week on or before end of business Friday, and you will be eligible for a $100 bill. You and Benjamin Franklin will walk away from the lunch together. I love it. So, again, my name is Jack Workenthing. I've started and founded Next Step Solutions. We've been in business over 30 years, and I hope to see every one of you there as we not only build a plan for fourth quarter, but we address how we're going to start 2025 with the fast start. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you exactly a month from today.
All right, that's Jack. Trust me, you don't want to miss that. I promise. And okay, well, we have some door prizes to give away, and I'm gonna have my friend Khori. Could you come on up, Khori, real quick? And I want to tell you about Khori Hunter, everybody. Khori today is going to teach us a little bit about mastering your business excellence. I don't know if many of you heard one of my mantras when I was running for mayor, but also in the chamber. And I think that the key to any business to be successful, if you could just remember 2 things, well, 3. 1, be Buc-ee's clean. And 2, Chick-fil-A service. If you can handle those, if those 2 companies do what they do, the best of anybody, I mean, you got to be successful. But also, I heard from Mr. Cole, another one, Khori. Mr. Kerry Cole. He's the owner of the Savannah Bananas.
Oh, yes.
Have you heard of anybody heard of the Savannah Bananas?
Uh-huh.
He said the best business practice is quit doing things people hate. Really, he said baseball, too long, too boring, takes time. So he has nonstop entertainment. People hate fees on top of fees, so we got rid of all the fees. Food, everything was included, one price, no problem. He did everything his fans, he did raving fans, and he said, you know what? Advertising. Nobody wakes up in the morning and say, gee, I want to be advertised to today, right? He said, so he took out all the advertising in the stadium, left millions of dollars on the table. But by doing that, he created raving fans and raving fans for his product. And now he has a wait list to go to his games of over 2 million people waiting to get tickets to his games. That says something pretty big. So Khori, we're going to touch on some of that. And this is Khori Hunter, my friend right here. Give him a round, make him feel comfortable.
Okay. Morning.
I met Khori, we were just calculating 7 years ago.
Yes.
We went through leadership class together at the Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce Leadership, and we got to learn about each other over time. And then he reached out, and he's grown his business and his way of doing it. And I thought it'd be great to have Khori come and share with you his knowledge. Now, Khori, what we do before we get you started, we want to endear you to our friends.
Okay.
And so we would like for you to draw the names of the winners of door prizes.
I got that.
All
I
right.
can do that.
So
Okay.
you draw this thing, and Jason, would you help me with the prizes, please? We'll start off with this. But Natalie from Brant 1910 right here. Where's Natalie? Natalie here. There she is. If you haven't been out there to Wallace, to her place, here, hold that and hand me a card. It's a wonderful event venue. Thank you very much for your door prize. Here, let's see. Okay, what you got here? And I think it might be your actual wine in there. Oh, it's on the right. Kent Harris. Kent Harris? Wow, Kent. Wow, way to go, Kent. Thank you, and thank you very much, Natalie. We appreciate it. And this here is from Rick Henderson. We like wine. And just so you know, there is a new wine place in Fulshear doing a soft opening today. Good, Mike Martin. Mike? Right there in the very back, Jason, straight back. Well, since Mike Martin won the wine, he has his monthly giveaway of, look at this, it's real-time pain relief. Mike, I guess that wine could be pain relief too, right? But anyway, this stuff actually is very good. So rub it on, the pain is gone, and if you want, Mike will demonstrate it for you. He'll rub it on you. And Carrie Koppel, love Carrie Koppel. Where's Carrie? Carrie? All right, we'll just draw another one.
Okay.
I hope everything's okay. Well, it wouldn't be. Okay, Maldonados. It says Helen, but okay. Oh, it does say both. Oscar and Helen. You guys, yeah, you know what? You guys are quickly becoming my new Newell Cheatham's because y'all seem to win every month. Newell, you better step up your game, brother. All right, so on the top right here we have, anybody been to the spa, Bella Piazza? There's Carla over there. It's a wonderful place, and I'll tell you, I went there, got the facial and the massage, and I'm telling you, it's the best thing you could ever do. Really go check it out. And this goes to Sam Gallivet. Sam, there she comes. Look at her running down. She's practicing for What's Your Deal in January. All right, and finally, we have a shop light. Oh, here we go. This is Greg Zivov, electric gas. Where's Greg? Greg, you always bring the greatest stuff, man. I tell you what. There's 2 in there? Okay, Ann Fry. Ann, do you need a shop light? You don't need a shop? I thought you worked in the shop. No? You don't want? Well, Ann is donating it back. Thank you, Ann, with Texas Home Health. So we'll give her a shout out and our winner is, James Hargrave with Community Matters. Where's James? Is he outside? James, right back there. And y'all be sure to see James. He's in charge of our new map that we're doing currently, and we're going to have that and get yourself in our new map. Okay, Thank you, Khori. You did very
welcome.
good. And,
Did my best.
we do the game show kind of thing around here. We love it. So I'm going to leave you here with Khori. Give it up. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Master Business Excellence.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you for being
Thank
here.
you very much. Good morning, everybody. First, let me just say thank you to this chamber for putting this together. So if you give them a round of applause for me. And this is my first time here. I didn't step up to the mic, so I guess I should just introduce myself real quick. Khori Hunter. If it sounds like I have a little accent, that's right. I am not from here. I grew up in Jamaica. I'm from Jamaica. Came here after high school and studied engineering. And long story short, here I am talking to you today. Okay? The one thing I didn't change was my accent. I tried, but there are some words that I still struggle with. So if you don't understand something I'm saying, please don't be shy. I'm used to it. Just say, what did you say? What was that? One word I get a lot of hackling about is schedule. I still can't seem to say, what do you guys say? I still can't say it, but anyway. All right, so that's me. Like as Don said, we met during leadership. And from what I know about Don, he just does a lot. Like, I don't know how he does it. You know, I'm always impressed with all the things that he has his hands in, and everything that he does seems to bear fruit. I love how they mention sowing seeds. I think Don is one of those people that sows seeds in the community. So give it up for Don again as well. All right, next slide. All right, so in the interest of time, I'm going to go through pretty quickly because I really want to make sure that this time that you guys spend with me today is impactful in some way in your business, okay? Mastering your business is, there's not one thing I'm going to say today and you leave here and you're mastering it. Do you agree? It's a journey. Yeah, that mastering is a journey. But I'm going to give you some tools. Today, at least one tool you should walk away with that would help you on that journey for mastery. All right? Next. Okay, so I'm going to start with getting real, which is really, I'm just going to ask you guys a couple questions because this is not going to work if it's not engaging a little bit, okay? So I'm going to, just to get a feel of who I'm talking to today, I'm going to ask a couple questions. I just need you to answer open and honestly. And then when I say keep it simple, I'm just going to talk about some simple tools. Nothing I'm going to talk about is new or trending. These are simple, practical tools that have been around for 100 years and probably still going to be around for 100 more. All right? And then I want to focus on next steps that will get results. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to get done in the next 15, 20 minutes. Next slide. So get real. One more time. A couple questions. How many of you right now are the owner, you own all or some of the business that you represent today? Show of hands. Okay, perfect. How many of you do manage the day-to-day of that business? Raise your hand. Okay, and how many of you work for the person who just rose their hand before? Okay, all right, got you, okay. All right, a couple more things. How many of you have people in your business? Deal with people in your business? Okay, good, because I thought, you know, I've yet to see a business with 0 people. So let's see, 1 to 20 people, whatever you call people, contractors, subcontractors, okay? 20 to 50? 50 to 100? Over 100? Okay. What about EOS? Is anyone here running on EOS or any one of the EOS tools? Okay, all right, we'll get there. So no one here, has anybody heard of EOS? One, I got 1, 2. All right, that's a great crowd today. Let's see, okay. All right, I'm gonna talk to you about EOS. EOS is what we call an entrepreneurial operating system. It's just a set of simple, practical tools and disciplines to help harness human energy in one achieving one vision. Was that clear? Okay. All right. But before I go there, I want to talk to you about the phone, a little bit of history about EOS. EOS was founded by a gentleman by the name of Gino Wickman. He wrote the book Traction. I have a couple copies here. And Gino is a lifelong entrepreneur. At 21, he got called in to run the family business. At 25, for the next 10 years, he kind of realized the family business was in need of a turnaround. He spent that time turning around the business and then eventually sold it after 12 years. He hung around for a couple years to transition a new leadership team. During that time, he was part of the original 10 members of the EO Detroit chapter. And in that community, he realized he had a knack and passion for helping entrepreneurs, with business excellence, okay? And what he realized was that's when he started cobbling together this toolkit, for lack of a better word, for business owners to help achieve the success that they need in their business, to get what they want from their business. And during that journey, there are a couple of discoveries that he made. One is there are two distinct types of entrepreneurs that exist. You have those that the business is running well, they experience growth year after year after year. They get to take 3 months off and the company is still running, and they have a well-balanced work life, okay? And then you have another set of entrepreneurs that they're stuck with frustrations year after year after year. I'm going to go through those frustrations in a sec. But what we realized was the ones that experience that success, it's really only 1 out of 20, that 5% that experience that success. The other 95, they're experiencing these frustrations. You want to go to the next slide, please? So I'm going to walk through some of those frustrations. And I have some good news and some bad news. Let me start with the bad news. These frustrations are real, okay? Frustration number one, control, or lack of control, really. That feeling that the business is running you, the business just takes how your life is, it takes your vacation time. That feeling that we don't have control, that's one of the frustrations that these business owners feel. Another one is profit, or lack of profit. Just not getting that return on the investment of time, or the money, or the emotional investment. That's not getting that return on that as you would like. People, frustrations with people. They're just not getting it. We have a high turnover, or they're just not accountable, or they're just not aligned. They just don't understand. They don't care about the business like I do. And that feeling of hitting the ceiling. You've been running for a while, you got to this point, and every year you're trying to get over this point. Maybe it's a revenue point, maybe it's a location issue, whatever it is, but you just seem to be hitting the ceiling. Another frustration is nothing is working. Where you do have this mindset of growth, you want to get to that next level. You go to seminars, you get a few tools here, you come into the business, you implement this new thing, and in 90 days it fizzles out, and then you go off and you find something else. And what happens is the team around you, they get frustrated, because every time you go, you come back, nothing sticks. So that feeling of nothing is working. So that's the bad news. That happens. But the good news is that's normal. That is a normal part of growing your business. 95% of businesses experience these things. The other good news is I have something to share that will help you deal with these frustrations. What I'm going to talk about are the tools of EOS that will help you overcome some of these frustrations. Next slide. All right, so let's jump into those tools. One more. 5, yes. Yes, yes. Okay. All right, so another discovery that we stumbled on was the fact that those 5% of businesses that do well, we realize that they're absolutely strong, what we call strong. They're very good at 6 key things. And these are the 6 key components I'm going to go over in a second. And I'm going to give you an example of what it looks like to be strong in each of these 6 components. So let's start with the vision component. So vision. Every company said they have a vision. To be strong in the vision component, what it really means is everybody is 100% crystal clear on the goals of the organization, on the same page with the vision organization and the plan to achieve that vision. That's what it looks like to be 100% strong in the vision component. Then there's the people component. The truth is you can't run a great business without great people. And every company defines great people differently. And so what we do with our clients, we walk them through a process where we identify what is a right people for their organization, because for every organization is different. So what it looks like to be strong in the people component, having all the right people, right fit in your organization. The data component, all that is running your business on facts and figures, right? On objective information, not the emotional, ego, the subjective information that normally entrepreneurs have in decision-making process, okay? So facts and figures, what it looks like to be strong in the data component, running on facts and figures. Issues. Now here's the beautiful thing. Once you're strong in the vision component, the people component, and the data component, you have transparency. All of a sudden, you see all the impurities in your business, all the issues come up. So you got to be strong at solving issues, having them go away for the greater good of the organization. Have you ever had that feeling of, okay, we're tackling all these issues, it's a game of whack-a-mole, right? We solve it this week, and it comes back up next week. Well, those great organizations are very good at prioritizing and solving issues so they go away for the greater good of the organization. The process component, simply put, that's just having all the most important things done the right and best way every single time. And what that does for you, it just makes it easier to run the business. It's more profitable, it's more efficient, it drives value in organizations, that process component. And then lastly, the traction component. What does that mean? Well, that's simply the execution. This is the reason that drew me into EOS. Of all the models I've tried in my businesses over the years, the traction component is what I found to drive discipline and accountability throughout the organization so that we're making steps towards that goal, right? So that's the traction component. So what it looks like to be strong in the traction component, having everyone executing with accountability and discipline on the vision. So like I mentioned, that 5% of companies that do well, they're strong in 6 of these key components. Today, I'm just going to spend time on the vision. I'm going to give you 2 tools that we use to get strong in the vision component. Next slide. Go again. Go right through. So what happens, we have 2 tools or disciplines that we use to get strong in each of the 6 components. And like I said, today we're just going to tackle the vision component for today. Okay? Next slide. And this is a famous quote by Gino. A lot of visionaries, their vision go unrealized, not because of lack of vision, but really lack of execution. And Gino would always say, vision without traction is hallucination. Next slide. Okay. Again, just let's go through these. One more time. Okay. The first tool that we use to get strong in the vision component is what we call the 8 questions. One more. And simply, we just ask 8 questions. What are those 8 questions? We ask, what are your core values? What are your core focus? What is your 10-year target? What is your marketing strategy? What is your 3-year picture? What is your 1-year plan? What are your rocks? And what are your issues? And we keep all those 8 questions on a 1-page document we call the Vision Traction Organizer, or VTO for short. Next slide. Next slide. So I'm going to walk you through those 8 questions. So let me start off with how we do this. So it's 8 simple questions, but the exercise really is to get the leadership team in a room, and we leave that room with everybody 100% on the same page with the answers to 8 of these questions, okay? And how we do it, we start with question 1, what are your core values? And we go through that exercise until we all agree, and then we move to question number 2. So let's start off with question number 1, core values. So are you familiar with core values? Okay. Here's the issue we have with core values. They sit on the wall, they're on the back of your card, they're something to look at. We show our clients or patients or whatever it is, but do we live and breathe them? Well, what we do, we go through a discovery exercise to kind of really find what your core values are, because it's always different for every organization and every team. And then we define them in a way that we can articulate it to our team. One more slide. And then you have to live and breathe your core values. Now, what does that mean? You got to be hiring, training, firing along with in line with your core values, and recognizing and rewarding along with your core values. That's what it means to live and breathe your core values, and that's how you leverage that. And once we go through that discovery exercise and we identify our core values, that's how we identify right people fit. That's how we grow the culture of your organization in the direction that fits the organization. The next question is, what's your core focus? Are you guys familiar with the term sweet spot? Yes. Sweet spot, okay. So sweet spot, I played semi-pro soccer for a while, and I'm very familiar with the sweet spot. That sweet spot is that spot on that ball where when you hit it, it goes longer, faster, right, more accurate. Well, you have a sweet spot in your business, and we go through this exercise to identify what that core focus is. It's called a million things in different organizations: mission statement, vision statement. We call it core focus because it comes from the core, and the trick is to stay laser focused on it, right? A lot of the times you have businesses, they have their core focus, they're doing well, we get bored, an opportunity comes up, and we shift valuable resources of time and money and take our eye off the key focus. And when you do that over time, bad things happen. So what we do, we get clear on the core focus, and then the trick is to stay laser focused on that. Next slide. 10-year target. That's simply that long-term vision of the organization. Where are we taking this thing? All right? 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's that one thing that you want from your business. And the time frame is flexible, 5, 30 years out. We call it 10-year target because most people just 10 years sound, it's a nice round number. But the time frame is up to you. And it has to be that one goal, that one thing that you want to achieve in your business, that one thing that you want long term. Next slide. Now that you have your core focus, your core values, your core focus, and your 10-year targets, now we're going to talk about the marketing strategy. We're just simply identifying who you're going to talk to and what you're going to say to get the best bang for your buck in precious sales and marketing dollars. So we start off with, it's have 4 components. The first one is your target market. That's simply just who is the ideal customer for your organization? Who is that ideal customer? The demographic, geographic, and psychographic profile of that ideal customer. And then the other 3 are simply the message to that ideal customer. Okay? 3 uniques. What are those 3 things about your organization that have you stand out to your ideal customer? Right? It's the 3 uniques. It's maybe in your industry, there are some people that do one of those things. There are a few that does both of those things, but only you do these 3 things, and those 3 things appeal to your ideal customer. Okay? And then a proven process. That's simply just a visual representation of how we take care of our clients from start till finish, till they're raving fans, as you mentioned, right? That's the process, and it's just a proven process. Why is that important? Well, most people don't do it, and showing your client, that your ideal client, that you have a proven process gives them confidence that there's consistency in how you're going to service me or people like me. So there are advantages to having your proven process. And then a guarantee is just simply a pledge or a promise that removes the barriers during that sales and marketing process. So we just 50% of the time companies they may have a guarantee or not. It's up to you. We went through that. We go through that process and we decide. But that's what marketing strategy is, and that's the plan that we have to execute on the vision. Next slide. And then once we have core values, who we are, core focus, what we're going to focus on, our main goal, and how we're going to get there, that sets us up now we start to take that subjective picture and make it tangible. So we start to predict. We have a future date, revenue, profit, measurables, and then we go through an exercise to determine what does that look like. So again, we have leadership team in a room, and we're not going to leave until we're all 100% on the same page with what it looks like in 3 years. Okay, so we go through, and what does that mean? What does that look like? We'll say, okay, in 3 years, we need this revenue, we need this profit, and we might have two more vehicles, or we need 5 more employees, or we need another location, whatever it is. We have leadership team all agree on what that looks like, so that the sales and marketing guy and the finance guy, they're all on the same page with what kind of company are we working towards in the next 3 years. All right, next slide. And that sets us up now for excellent one-year planning. Okay, so now we have a vision of the long-term goal. We have a picture of the next 3 years. What do we need to accomplish this year to set the foundation for hitting those goals? So again, this is where now we predict. Next slide. We're going to predict. So we're going to know, and in EOS we use the term predict because we're going to set the goal and we're going to hit it. So we have a process for how we're going to predict, right? So we're predicting next year's revenue. This is what we need to hit, profit, measurables. Measurables is whatever it is that identifies it could be number of widgets, it could be number of locations, whatever it is that defines growth in your organization. And then we're going to set 3 to 7 clear goals for the organization. The term we use in EOS is less is more, right? Why less is more? Because when everything is important, nothing is important, right? So I work with my clients to keep it closer to 3 than 7. But we're going to identify 3 clear goals that we must accomplish this year to be on track. Next. And then once we have that, have you heard the term rocks? Has anyone heard the term rocks before? Stephen Covey made that term popular at some point. But anyway, rocks are simply 90-day priorities, okay? It's human nature sometimes. We get a new idea, you leave a seminar, you have a strategic planning meeting, everybody leaves, and for some weird reason in the universe, by day 89, if we haven't discussed it, everybody has forgotten all about the plan 90 days ago. So what do? We meet again in 90 days. So that's what that 90-day cycle does for us. It keeps us on track, accountable throughout the year to make sure that we're going to achieve those goals. So rocks, we start to set rocks, and then we're going to come up with 3 to 7 rocks, individual rocks, and 3 to 7 company rocks. And then once we have our rock set, next, we have an issue list. And some people will ask, why do you have an issue list on your plan? Well, remember we talked about staying focused, right? The idea is that we're going to prioritize the things that we must get done, and issues don't necessarily mean problems. It could mean opportunities that we decide we're not going to tackle right now because we agreed we're going to focus on these. Trust me, those come up in a business. So we have an issue list, so we'll tackle them at a later time so that we can stay focused on the plan that we have, all right? Next. So those are the 8 questions. That's the first tool that we go through to get strong in the vision component. And then the second tool we call shared by all. And simply, you just got to go tell the rest of the organization. So after the leadership team is on the same page, they leave a session room and they're all happy, you got to go tell. So every 90 days, at least, you got to get everybody, all your people in a room, and you got to tell them. You got to articulate the vision in a way to make them understand and see it and want to be a part of it. So that's what it means by shared by all. So when we implement these 2 tools, you're on that journey for mastering that vision component and getting 100% strong in the vision component. Next slide. Next slide. Keep going. Okay, so we just discussed 2 tools for the vision component. For the people component, these are 2 tools or disciplines that we use to get strong in each of these 6 key components. Didn't have time to dive into all those today. There's some information in the book here, and I'm going to share some resources that you can learn more about after this. Next slide. All right, so how are we going to get results today? All right, let's focus on a couple of things. Again, just keep going. So in the EOS toolkit, there are over 20 plus tools that we use, but these are our foundation tools, okay? We just discussed the VTO, which is that tool that helps you get strong in that vision component. Then we have a tool called the accountability chart. That's the tool that we use to help you structure your organization, find the right structure for your organization. It gives clarity on who to hire next, when to delegate and elevate. That's the accountability chart. And then ROCKS. ROCKS is a process for how we're going to live that 90-day world. That's what that tool is. So we'll go through implementing that tool, when to have meetings, what the cadence looks like. Meeting Pulse, that is actually the cadence of the meetings that you must have in your organizations to keep the circles together to be able to get those results. And then Scorecard is just simply a handful, 7 to 15 key numbers that gives you an absolute pulse on the business. And we go through an exercise to kind of determine what those are. And these are weekly numbers. So those are the foundational tools. Next slide. Here are some resources. EOS Worldwide. You're able to, we have a Traction library. Traction is the first book in the EOS library. There are many other books you can find out there. We've got some downloadable tools. Basecamp, if you want to start trying to implement some of these tools, you can go on to EOS Worldwide, figure that out. And then I'm an EOS implementer. We have 800 EOS implementers worldwide right now. If that's something you want to explore, you can go to EOS Worldwide and figure out who might be a good fit. Next slide. Right here we have a resource most people find helpful, a free organizational checkup. If you hit that link, it'll give you just a quick assessment of your organization. Just fill the information in, and that gives you a report on where you think you stand in those 6 key components. And then you can download the VTO and some other tools that we mentioned with that other link. Any questions? Okay. That's surprising. Okay.
All right, so I think you learned it's a very intricate process, and Khori's here to guide you through that. And afterwards, Khori, if you don't mind, if you could be down here, and if you'd like to get one of these books, he'll give you one. Yep. And he doesn't want to leave with any of these.
Yes, I don't want to. So if you're interested to learn more, here I have 10 books here. First come, first serve. Whatever you want, but I don't want to leave with these today.
And you can get a picture with Khori and get his card. Maybe he'll tell you more about how to implement this into your business in a more deeper level. I know it's quite a bit to go through, but yes. Thank you so much, Khori. And I want to give you something to have, cold beverage or hot beverage or any beverage.
Thank you very much.
But thank you, Khori, so much. Yes. And we'll see you down here in just a moment.
All right, thank you very much.
Give it up for
Thanks,
Khori.
Guys.
Thank you. Just want to say real quick, our Wranglers, please stand up, Wranglers. These folks help us out here in the chamber. They're like our ambassadors. Visitors, if you want to know more about our chamber and how to get involved, go see one of our Wranglers. They'll be happy to tell you about it. Guys, next month is November, and our speakers are going to be the guys from Hennessy Performance. Anybody heard of Hennessy Performance? All the guys going, yeah, man. But I know there's some hot rod ladies around here too. Sean, Rachel. But I think I'm talking them into bringing a 1,000 horsepower dark horse Mustang that might be outside. We'll take you for a little spin maybe. But the guys from Hennessy Performance are going to talk about how to service a high-end client. And most of our clients should be all high-end, no matter what, right? And they're going to tell you all about the customer service and what it takes to have a unique product and service that product. So looking forward to that next month. Is there anything else I'm missing, Rachel? Well, in December, we'll have, just so y'all know, December we have Mike McGowan. We love him, the pastor of this church. We've done it every year with him, how to have faith in your business. And then January, we're going to bring back What's Your Deal? Remember that? Everybody? Well, Dina loved it. And so that's why we're bringing it back, because of Dina. So we love being your chamber for commerce, not of. We're for you. If there's anything we can do for you, let us know. Either we can do it or we can find somebody to do it. Please sign up. I think there's only 2 tickets left for Jack Warkin thing. I don't know. There's only 2 tickets left, but really it's going to be worth your time to come and hear Jack. Khori, thank you again. Once again, we really appreciate you. Anybody else have anything that's real of importance? Yes, sir. Oh, that's right. Good, yeah. The Police Foundation for Fulshear's having their gumbo cook-off. Thank you very much for reminding me of that. I should know about that. But it's absolutely free. It'll be at Cross Creek Ranch. Y'all head out there. It's a lot of fun. They'll have some auction things, and the gumbo is absolutely fantastic. Are you cooking? What team is that? The Boudin crew? Oh, I like that. Did y'all win last year? So the sky's the limit now, right? Well, thank you for participating in that. That's what makes it successful. Scarecrow Fest, October 26th. Be ready to sign up for that. We still got plenty of room. Thank you all. God bless you all. Appreciate you. And we're here to help you grow your business no matter what. Come find us. We'll find ways to get you to that next level, to people like Khori, Jack Warkin, and all of you helping each other. Thank you very much.